Welcome back to Barn Built Beaters. I figured I would skip out on most of the boring stuff like mudding and sanding the walls. So I finally finished that up and I figured we'd jump right into painting the walls. But first, we had to vacuum off all the dust so the walls are prepped and ready for paint and primer. Well, it's another day. We let the primer dry all night last night, and big thanks to my girlfriend. It really sped things up, and she helped me with cutting in, which is my least favorite part. Primer really does make this building look a lot more finished. I'll give you a little spin there, and there you go. So I'm really happy with how it's looking, and now it's time for some actual paint. So the paint that you see right over there on this wall right here, it's the tan color. That's going to be 3 of the 4 walls, and then we have an accent wall, which is green. We got 2 out of the 3 walls for this color painted, but we unfortunately ran out of paint, so our next step would be to go to Lowe's, get another gallon of paint, come back out here, and finish painting the wall that's behind you guys. However, before I do that, what I'm going to do is get a brush, cut in all the bottom edges, the corners, and the very top edges, and around whatever else I could touch, like outlets, and things like that, and make those look pretty, and then we'll move it down to paint. the shop. I took a couple of days off, but we are going to be priming the ceiling, and then tomorrow probably painting. But first, there is a little bit of prep work. We have to open up the garage door and get the truck outside so I don't risk getting any paint on the freshly painted box. After that, we'll come back in here and then remove all the light fixtures so we don't have to worry about getting paint on those either. We got the lights out in the shop, and unfortunately it is a little bit dark in there to film. So instead of filming me actually painting the ceiling, which is kind of boring, I'm just going to bring you guys in after I'm done painting and show you the results with all the lights installed. We finished painting the shop, and boy oh boy does it look good. That green wall I think looks excellent. It breaks up the room just a little tiny bit, and the ceiling being nice and white, it really just brightens up this area, and everything together just makes it look really complete. So the next step, since I've been putting off mowing my lawn, is to actually pull the truck back in here, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. So as you guys can see, it works pretty good. It is a little slow, but I mean, beats pushing it in, right? One thing I noticed is that the winch seems to struggle a little bit as it's pulling it up over the lip of the concrete. So I think next time around, I'd probably go up a little bit more since it's just a four-wheeler winch. Something else I noticed, which is kind of weird, the out button actually goes in and the in button makes it go out. Well, that wraps up painting the shop, but I have to tell you guys two things. If I was to do this whole process all over again, there's two things I would do differently. That is paying someone to mud the drywall, and secondly, I would buy one of those airless paint guns. Painting the ceiling really sucked. It took way longer. I got all this paint all over me, and one of those airless guns, I feel like you could do it in like a quarter of the time, if that. So definitely would recommend one of those, as well as painting the walls. It would just make the whole process go a little quicker. Well, if you guys like this video, please be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video where we do something with the floors. Thanks guys.